Okay, so let's do a little bit of a mind game here. I'm going to take you on a journey and I want you to think about something that may not have been so pleasant in your past. But let's just say that one day somebody came home and that person had actually done something not so nice and you were kind of mad at that person. But the person came back and wanted to make good and, say apologies. And yeah, it was a bit too soon. You hadn't quite gotten over your madness yet. And they came home with a bunch of flowers. And yeah, you weren't quite ready for that, to take that step. So you dumped them into the bin. Yeah, so now look at this. I'm sorry, but this is what my Dendrobium nobile looks like right now. It looks like a bunch of flowers face down in the bin, with all its manky sticks and canes poking up there through the pot. I'm sorry, but as that visual reminder, I just thought I'd kind of do a different kind of video and just show you my Dendrobium nobile and what it reminds me of. Although it's quite beautiful, you might want to pull it out and stick it into the water, after a while, once you're kind of over that little moment. But so this is my commercial Dendrobium, and it was another one of those purchases like, oh, I need an orchid. And it was on the discount table. I didn't know what it was, and I do believe now it's either Dendrobium nobile Sailor, Memory Fit, something like that. I'll just put up a little note. And what you see in bloom is all the keikis it grew last year but one. So one growth came and it was the same height as the keikis that grew on the canes last year, which I snipped off and put back into the pot. And I'm so surprised that they bloomed. It's amazing that the canes, actually, the scraggly bits on the top, they were really, really plump a couple of weeks ago. Since it's in bloom, they've gone all shrivelly and started to deform like this. So, but these blooms are a direct competition fragrance-wise, because there's right next to my Dendrobium berioda. They smell like freesias. Oh, it's delicious. It is so good. I love freesias, but they don't last very long here in Spain, so I don't own them or grow them. But these give me that freesia fix that I can not do without. And yeah, there's 5 keikis in here that are just in the pot, blooming their heart out. There's one new growth coming in the middle there. I don't know if you can see it with the light. Let me just see if I can do something about it. Anyway, it's there with a little root going down into the leca. And another new growth from the base of a keiki. So yeah, I'm really glad about that because, I mean, this one takes no effort whatsoever either. But if it's going to do this on keikis, I look forward to maturing some decent canes for this coming growing season, and maybe get a display that has a little bit more height to it and doesn't remind me of a thrown away bunch of flowers. There's another growth coming right there on the base. So this is positive. Yes, this is looking good for this coming growing season. But yeah, despite the fact that I've got these straggly canes sticking out on the top, look at this blooming. Oh, that's so amazing. So again, this one, same as the Dendrobium berioda, it lives outside all year round. It can take the temperatures down to 5 degrees C and as hot as possible. I keep it on the hot side of my orchid real estate. It is in that bright light, in the most heat that I've got available. It doesn't burn the leaves, it doesn't skip a beat. It gets very thirsty, of course, but then you just make sure that it gets fertilized and push those canes to the maximum for the growing season. But other than that, In the winter, it tolerates everything that it gets thrown at outside. It is undercover. I do keep it drier. That means, I let the reservoir dry out, which I don't allow in the summer. But in this case, I let the reservoir dry out, and then I just fill it like halfway up with RO and Kelp Max. And that's about it for this one. But if you have a Dendrobium nobile with scraggly looking sticks on the top, and it does a blooming like this, it can be forgiven because I see an element of humor in here. So, okay. That's just my little quick take on what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing this year with my Dendrobium nobile. And I hope you had a little bit of a giggle as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.